I was sitting in the courtyard of my house and cutting vegetables when I saw that my young daughter came out of the room and was walking with a strange limp. I said, "Hey girl, what is she doing? How is she walking?" She said, "If I don't walk like this, then how else should I walk? How do you know what my condition is? What is her condition? She keeps breaking the bed all day long. She sits in the room all day in the name of studies. I don't even make her do any household work. And now what happened to her that her gait has changed?" She didn't answer my question and went away from there. Not only her gait, but her actions had also changed. I didn't find her behavior right. More than that, her style seemed strange. It seemed as if she was being harassed by the whole society. She is the one who has the most trouble. Well, I was thinking all this when my husband came out of the room. I asked, "Did you sleep in the daughter's room at night?" He said, "Yes, I was teaching them tuition, so I slept there." And what was the need to sleep in the room in a strange way? I thought that you. When I got up in the morning and went to work, he said that he would not go to work right away. He was my husband. I knew his actions. He was behaving strangely. It seemed as if he had spent a very good night. My daughters were behaving strangely these days. One day they came to me and said, "Amma, what should I tell you about what is happening in this house?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "This Bapu comes and sleeps in our room. Do you know what he does to us?" I said, "What does he do?" She told me something that I was left holding my head. She said, "Bapu used to sleep with us every night. My husband's name was Raju. He was younger than me. Everyone used to say that, 'How did you get such a young husband?' I used to say that I am lucky, and why are you people jealous? Raju used to say that he is interested in women older than him. That is why he married me, and my life was going very well with him. There was a home, a family. He was a good husband, and what a man he was. His earnings were also good. He used to bring money home. I also had some money which I had saved. I used to tell people that I was not happy. I used to sew clothes, etc. I also had some material in my hands. I was getting my daughters educated. I had 3 daughters whose age was 1 year different, but it was not known because all 3 had grown up. My relations with my husband were very good. We were famous in the whole family. Everyone used to say that Lajo's luck has changed. Not everyone has the same luck as Lajo. My name was Lajo. Actually, my name was Lajuanti, but people used to call me Lajo with love. I was also young and beautiful. I did not look like the mother of 3 young daughters. My daughters also took after me and were very beautiful. I used to feel very happy seeing them. That is why I wanted them to become something in life. I was getting them educated so that they could become big officers. Raju was very educated. He used to teach tuitions to my daughters himself, but the condition of this house these days was a bit strange. One night, Raju suddenly got up and said, "I am leaving." I asked where. He said, "I am going to get my daughters educated." I said, at this time, he said, "Hey, don't you know that those people are having tests? Now you are busy in studies. You have to study day and night. Only then you get good marks. Don't you know that there is a lot of competition these days?" I said, "Okay, then come soon." He said, "Why don't you feel like doing anything?" "Without me," I said. "I feel like doing anything without you. You are my husband. You are my everything. And then see, today the weather was so good and you went to teach them?" He said, "Their studies are more important, my love. Don't worry, we have our whole life ahead of us." Sometimes I used to feel very happy that he was very concerned about his daughters. Otherwise, what did he care? He was doing all his work. He used to earn money and bring home. He kept me happy too. Even if he didn't do it, it wouldn't have mattered, but I felt good that he was so concerned about all of us. One day I was going to the market when I met a friend of mine. She said, "How are you and how is your husband?" I said, "Okay, absolutely. Life is going on very well. I am happy with him." Hearing this, my friend was surprised and said, "Okay, your life is going on well, but I had said that your life will never be good with him." I said, "Yes, I remember you came to pick me up from the wedding mandap on my wedding day. You caught Raju with some girl, but see, these men have affairs with 100 places before marriage, but the girl whom they marry is the most important for them. Raju is beautiful, young, and thousands must be dying for him. But he married me. See, these men are like this. Now you cannot find a man from anywhere who is very good and has never even looked at a girl. If you go to search for such a man, you will not find anyone. You have to think a bit. What do they say in English? You have to adjust. She said, yes, I knew that you will adjust very well, but I did not know that you will be able to do it for so many years. It is a good thing if someone is happy in his house. What do we care? But your husband is very gullible. His eyes are very squinting. I said, no, now this does not happen. Now I am all I have. I have wrapped him around my finger. Both of us, the friends, started laughing. She also started laughing. She said that it is very good. If you have done this, what else do you need? Okay, I am leaving. I am changing my house, that is why I am very busy. I said that when you build a house, tell me. I will come to your house to meet you. I will also see your house. She said that you can come, but do not bring your husband. I said, what are you saying? Why should I not bring my husband? She said, do not misunderstand me, but I have a young daughter. I said, what are you saying? She started laughing again on this and said, that you trust him? I do not. I knew that she was joking. That is why I did not feel bad about her words. I agreed to the fact that if there are many girls behind a handsome man, then it is the fault of the girls, not the man. Now this started happening every day. My husband Raju used to go to the daughter's room on the pretext of teaching them and sit there. I used to wait for him, while he used to say that he would come soon. But I was also tired after working the whole day. When she was young, she used to sleep. In the morning, he used to come out of the daughter's room. I used to ask what you were doing the whole night. He said that I fell asleep while teaching. I did not even realize when it became morning. I said, what kind of sleep is this? He said that you know that I am a young man. I get this kind of sleep. I said, what am I bad about? He said, no, you are even younger than me. My husband used to talk very nicely. That was the reason that I could not say anything in front of him. I had seen my daughter Rim walking with a limp. This was not a common thing. What was the issue? When I asked her, she told me that it was nothing. She said that it was nothing. I am absolutely fine and started trying to walk properly. I said that now when I saw you, you were walking like this, and now you are saying that I am fine. What is the issue with you? She said that it was nothing. You were not looking at me. Maybe there was something that she was hiding. One day, all my 3 daughters came and sat beside me and said, "Oh, Amma, we never cared. But you have done a lot for us. We have sacrificed. We love you a lot. We like you a lot now." I loved them and said, "What happened? He is not here today. What do they call it, Mother's Day? You all have come and sat with me today." Then they said, "No, we have just realized that you are a very good person. You have always thought about us and not about yourself." I said, "It is not a big deal. Mine is like this, and I always had a hobby of being mindful. What happened to you all today?" After a while, I was surprised to see that all 3 of them started crying. But as soon as Raju came there and saw those 3, he immediately started wiping his tears. I said, "See how your daughters are today. I don't know what has happened to them. It seems they have seen some emotional movie." Then he laughed and said that they have not seen the movie, but it seems their minds have gone bad. He did not say this properly, and also scolded me. I said, "Why are you getting angry?" Then he said, "Because today is Rimal's birthday, and she has created such an important atmosphere in the house and has sat down. Rim is surprised." Well, today was really her birthday, and she used to celebrate her birthday with great joy. But how did she forget this time? And I also forgot. She said, but I had not forgotten. He extended a cake towards us and said, "Come, let's cut the cake." I used to feel very good. When he used to take so much care of everyone, I thought that today we will spend a very good time with each other. But I will keep waiting. And he went to the daughter's room. I said, "I don't know when their test got over. He has kept my husband away from me." Then he said that if the tests are over, then further studies will be very difficult, because now the final exams are going to be held. So we will have to make some sacrifices in the course of our conversation. Tell this to your friend. His house was built. I had gone to see his house. She said, "Don't you think that he loves your daughters more than you?" I said, "And what do you think? Everyone knows that a man loves his children more. What is so special in this?" Then she said, "No, this is all a bit strange. There is something that you are also seeing. But you are sitting with your eyes closed. This is your house with daughters. You should keep your eyes open in every way." Maybe what she was trying to explain to me, I could not understand. I thought she was saying that keep an eye on your daughters, because what happened after this was very strange. One day, Rimal's health suddenly deteriorated. I asked what happened. She said, "It seems I ate something wrong. My stomach is paining a lot, and I am also vomiting." I said, let's take you to the doctor. She said, no, if I drink lemonade, I will be fine. I don't feel like going to the doctor. I said that a patient does not feel like going to the doctor. But what will happen if the health becomes worse? Raju also came there. I told him worriedly that her health is very bad and she is not even going to the doctor. He said that it is not that bad. It has happened due to the tension of studies. She will get fine. So don't worry. Earlier and later, he used to worry a lot about my daughters. But today, he started talking in such a way as if he doesn't care. No, he said, leave it. She will be fine in a while. I said, what happened? He said, she is a young girl. Young men get well soon. You come and serve me food. I am very hungry. Raju used to take so much care of my daughters that even his behavior with a grandmother shook me. Why did he not worry about Rim today? Rim's health really got better after some time. But when I made tea for her and started going to the room, I stopped at the door after listening to the talk of my daughters sitting inside. They were saying that may God let him die like a dog. He should not get peace. There should be nothing left to take home the evening pride. We have not seen such a bad man in our life, and he has also spoiled our mind. I was shocked to hear these things. Who were they talking about? My younger daughter said, leave him and think about yourself. What will happen to Rim? If mother comes to know about this, she will die while living. Rim started saying that I feel like committing suicide. Now I thought that I will go straight inside and ask all of them, what are you talking about? But before this, first Raju called me and I told him that our daughters are talking some strange things. I don't know whom they are cursing while sitting. I feel that Rimal is hiding something from us. I was talking when Raju gave me a gift and said that you leave them and look after me. Today his mood was very good and I forgot this thing too while talking to him. But in the morning, a big problem came. Rimal had fainted and was not regaining consciousness. Now she had to be taken to the doctor. But Raju was still saying that there is no need to take her to the doctor. I said that how can my daughter not regain consciousness? Out of helplessness, we took her to the doctor. The doctor did a test and then sent her home and said that she is feeling very weak. It seems she has not eaten anything. I will tell you the test report on the phone. After 2 hours, the doctor called, and after that, it was as if the life of all of us had changed. The doctor had told such a thing that when I heard this, I kept the phone and stepped into Rimal's room and said that I taught you for this day. I had written it and given you the freedom to do all this. Everyone else looked at me in surprise, but Rimal knew what I was talking about. That's why she bowed her head, because the doctor had told me that your daughter is going to be a mother and she has taken some pill to kill her child, due to which her condition has worsened, but the child is safe and nothing has happened to him. Rimal started crying. I said, tell me who has done all this. She said, I will tell you everything, and took me to my room. From there, she told me a different story in private and said that all this is my fault and it has happened because of me. I said, how is it not someone else's fault? Tell me who is that boy. I will get you married to him. She said that he will never marry and he is not in this country. You will just end this matter. I said, now this matter will not end like this. But she said that it is my mistake. Whatever punishment you give me, I don't have any problem. If you want, get my studies completed, make me stay at home and get me married to an old man. I was cursing him. She was very upset, but after listening to her words, I felt as if she was more upset than me. My daughter started crying badly and fainted again. My anger ended and now I started worrying about her. Now she was not regaining consciousness. We took her to the doctor. The doctor said that the medicine she had taken may have had its effect now. After that, her condition became very bad, but the child growing in her womb is no more in this world. I don't know whether this was a good thing or a bad thing. I was talking to her and asking her whose sin is this, but she was not telling me. She had kept her tongue locked and her eyes were telling me that there is a very big reason. Rim, you were my good daughter. You were also very good in studies. She did not pay any attention to such things. She was the eldest, beautiful and intelligent. Then how could she do all this suddenly? I was very upset. When it was night, I saw that my husband came to my room, and as soon as he came, he started raising his hand on me and started beating me badly. I started screaming, but no one was coming to save me. He was telling me that I will not leave you. I was shocked. I was thinking, what is my mistake? What have I done? But he was not stopping. He made my condition worse, and I suddenly woke up screaming. Then I saw that Raju was sleeping, and this was a dream. He also came. He said, "What happened?" I said, "Did I see a bad dream?" He said, "You have such dreams till now. Then why don't you forget it after all this?" I told him that when I am upset, I get such dreams. What do you think? What kind of trouble is there in our house too? How did Rimal take such a big step? He said, "I don't think anything. Nowadays, all this is happening a lot. You just thank God." And the matter ended here. His condition is also better now than before, and that matter also ended. Otherwise, we would not have been able to show affection to anyone. I said, now, what affection would we be able to show? We would have come to know who did all this. He said, what would have happened if we had come to know? No one is ready to take responsibility for their mistake. But you should be thankful. What was to happen has happened. We will have to take care of our remaining daughters. I said that now we will not educate her. Just this. After making him sit for the medicine exam, everything ended. He said, no, it is not his fault. I said, why are you so worried about him? He said, what should I do if I don't worry? I went to my happy friend's house and told her everything in trouble. She used to say a little nonsense, but she was my good friend, like a sister. She said, I am telling you beforehand that the issue is not outside, it is inside your house. I said, tell me what you want to say. Tell me openly. She said, I don't want to tell anything openly, but you have to understand all this yourself. See who is there in your house. Where do your daughters go? Who comes and goes in their rooms? Who is the one who can do all this to them? You will have to think about everything very closely. Only then will you be able to find out who has done all this. Otherwise, you will go mad thinking like this. But you will not find anything. She was right. There was something that I was not seeing. I was very worried these days when one day I heard Raju talking to someone on the phone. He was saying, I live in heaven with you. It is very good. There are fairies all around me. He started laughing at this. On one hand, there was such a big storm in our house that till now, no one has been able to become normal. On the other hand, how was he talking so happily? He said that if a woman is more clever, then there is no one, and there is no one more crazy than my wife. I suddenly went inside the room, then he switched off the phone. I asked, who were you talking to? He said that she is my aunt from Gorakhpur. He was talking to her. I asked, how did he remember you today? He said he must have remembered. It was clearly evident that he was lying, and he was telling a very big lie. So much was going on in his mind that he did not even realize that he was telling me about his relative that she is alive, whereas she was dead. I suddenly started understanding my friend's words. What was she hinting towards? Now I understood that it was only Raju who used to go to my daughter's room, and I used to sleep without any worries. Now I had only one way, if I could talk to Raju. If she would question him, he would have lied. I needed a good plan to know what he used to do in the room, and I had already made a plan in my mind. I had decided that I would secretly hide in my daughter's room. In the morning, I got a separate cupboard placed in their room. She said, Amma, why are you keeping this cupboard here? I said, there is no space outside, so I intended to hide behind it because if I had hidden behind it, no one would have known that I was standing there. When it was evening, I told her that I am going to my friend's house. There is a Jagarta in her house, and there is a puja of Mata Rani. I will spend the night there. She said, yes, go, it is good. You will also like it. I said, yes, I am very worried. That is why I am going. I wanted him to think that I am not at home so that he becomes carefree and whatever he wants to do, he can do it openly. Whereas I hid behind the cupboard as soon as it was evening. My daughters ate and were sitting in the room. As soon as it was night, something happened that I was surprised. Raju entered the room. There was nothing like that in it. He used to teach them at that time, but as soon as he came, he said, stop this studies and work. I said, what is he saying? Stop studying. They only know to teach. After that, he said to my younger daughter, today it is your turn. Then all that started happening there, seeing which I felt that my house has been turned into hell and my daughters were being used in his hands. He was doing very bad things with my daughters and was doing it right in the house under my nose. And I used to think that he is teaching them. I made a video of him with my phone because it was necessary. After a while, he went from there and my daughter started sitting and crying. It means that the child who was in Rim's womb was also my husband's. Today, I remember that day when I had decided to marry Raju, and everyone had stopped me and told me not to do this. My first husband had left this world. He was a very cruel person. He used to raise his hand on me every day, used to beat me without any reason, used to say that you are giving birth to girls and I want a son. He did not keep me happy even for a single day and ruined my life. These 3 daughters were his. After his death, Raju came into my life, a young boy who was madly in love with me. But today I understood that he did not love me. He had come for some other work. He had to kill 4 birds with 1 stone, one of them, and my 3 young daughters. I started crying profusely. Everyone stopped me. Everyone said, Laho, you have gone mad. You have become selfish. You are only thinking about yourself, not about your daughters. I said, but why should I not think about myself? My first husband harassed me a lot. He did not consider me a human being. Do I not have a heart in my chest, or do I not have any desire? If I want to marry him, then what do you all care? And after marriage, Raju always considered my daughters as his own daughters. But all this was a drama. He used to take great care of them. I had forgotten that they do not have a father. Their own father had taken such care of them. But he proved that a stepfather can never take the place of his father. My only fault was that I trusted him too much. I should not have done this. He should have been there. That's why it is said that everything never remains the same. I should have thought it was my mistake. He left from there and I came in front of my daughters. They were surprised to see me, and they came to know that I know everything. I said, why didn't you all tell me? So they said, crying, he used to say that if you tell everything to your mother, then I will kill your mother. I will destroy her. We did not want this because apart from you, who did we have? That's why we got scared. He told us that I can kill your mother very easily, and he could have done that. Then whatever happened with Ramal, he is also responsible for it. And this has been happening for a long time. I said that you people should have told me. He was like your own father, but was not a coward. He was a brave man. You have his blood in you. My daughters were crying a lot, but I told them that now everything is over. Now I will take revenge for all of you. You don't worry, she said. What will you do? I said that I have thought what I have to do. You all take all your stuff and go to your school. Get ready to go. Do it because we are going to leave this city forever. You have 1 week. Prepare yourself, but don't tell anyone. My daughters said to me, what will happen if we leave the city? I said that he will find us. Just do what he tells you. I said, okay. The video I had made was proof. I had to go to the police station and file a report and give them the video as well. After that, the police had to catch him. I prepared to leave the city and explained to my daughters what to do and how to do it. Raju did not even know what was going to happen to him. He was completely ignorant. We were all with each other. I was doing everything in many ways because now we could not make a mistake. I had already made a lot of mistakes. My friend knew that Raju was a bad person. When our wedding was about to take place, he told me that you still have time. But at one time, I had gone mad because I had never received love. So when he told me that he would always keep me happy, I believed him because he loves me a lot. My daughters. He would consider them his daughters. It was like this in the beginning. It had been 7 years since our marriage. The society had pointed a finger at me and said that he does not care for his daughters. He is getting married at an old age. He has become old, but is getting married. I did not listen to anyone, and I thought I was right, but I should have listened to people. We live in a society, so we have to listen to its words too. I made arrangements to leave and gave all the evidence to the police. As we were leaving the street of our locality, the police car was going towards our house, and Raju was alone in the house. Even if he had escaped from the police, this punishment was enough for him that I left him forever. I could not sleep at night even before. Now I cannot sleep at all. It seems that whatever has happened to my daughters was not done by Raju but by me. We have come to another city. My daughters have completed their studies and are working, and I also run my house. But still, I feel that all this has happened because of my stupidity. You abuse yourself a lot at night. I am not able to sleep. Life is just passing by like this. I feel like giving up my life for my daughters who love me so much.